Yeah, oh, that was all right, wasn't it? I still did it where you go live and forgot to actually press it once, which was good. But yeah, how was everybody doing? I'm Long-Haired Yeti. This is a stream based on the preview for Luton and Forest tomorrow, and also a talk about the season so far for both clubs. I got my main man side of me, Jez. Jez, big yourself up, man, and just say hello and whatever.
Yeah, thanks for having me on again, Yeti. New stream, this one,
Pleasure, mate.
new platform. Seems to work really, really, really well. Quite impressed with it, to be honest. For the fact that we do uploads and stuff, it's very easy to add in a background thing like that one. Yeah, so yeah, I'm impressed with it actually. Yeah, I am very impressed with it. I might give this a go. Yeah, anyway, mate. Yeah, thanks for having me on. We're going to have a chat about the Forest game um, and all
Big up
things.
AFC always.
And it's good to have the Premier League back at last after the ball fest of international football. So yeah, looking forward to this, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is good to have it back, isn't it? I mean, you know, the international is the international, but it's not. It don't do much for me, mate. I'll be honest. It don't do much for me at all. But it is what it is. They do it, and you know, we've lost Montiel from it now because he got injured for playing for Argentina. So he's got a cough strain, I believe it is. Yeah, he's got a cough strain, so he's not going to be playing tomorrow. Niakarte's returning from a ban, which is good. He's a cracking player, he is, Niakarte. And them throw-ins, man, they're just dangerous. I mean, you know, not a lot of teams you could work out how to deal with that.
Mm.
Big up Carl Rossi. Let me just. All right, so I just clicked that one, and that one hides the one before. Oh, that's good. That's good done.
I'll tell you what, quickly. This is so much easier than StreamYard. I just went in because my camera is mirrored, so
Yeah,
it's all about tits. And so I've just literally, whilst you were talking, didn't have to do anything. I just went, clicked on the settings, and
I'm all about tits, mate.
sorry,
I'm all about tits.
it, it was so easy to do it. It was so easy just to flick it. You know, no complications or anything. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest. It looks decent. I don't know like how many free streaming hours you can have, to be honest, but I suppose we'll just have to see with that. But I think I'm back up and running on Streamlabs now, StreamYard now anyway, so
Mm.
that's good. But yeah, so yeah, Niakarte's back. He's returned from a ban, which is awesome because he's a cracking player. The unfortunate thing is there's no Awonyi, no Aina, no Danilo, and no Philippe. Philippe is quality, absolute quality, and we're missing him in defence, big style. So hopefully we can get him back at some point, and definitely Awonyi as well, because otherwise the other strikers have got to start getting it together and sorting something out. Um, where Luton's concerned, they've got a guy out, Mads Anderson, never heard of him, got an hamstring at Spurs. And they got Andros Townsend on a free.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be playing as well. And Gabriel Osho is going to play. Defender, I've never heard of him, to be honest with you. The biggest thing that I'd be worried about really is Morris and Ogben. Chiadozie Ogben is a player that I always used to have in my football manager teams, and he was always quality. I'm not saying that that's going to be the same in real life, but I know he has been really playing well, and Morris just looks like he's on a mission, so he's going to be a bit of a worry. Our defence is a bit of a worry for me, but I don't know. I don't want to do him down or anything like that, but I would. I would probably. I said yesterday 4-0. I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest. I'm going to say 2 or 3-0, to be honest.
Mm.
Same as AFC always has just said. Yeah, 2-3-0. What do you think, Jazz? I mean, about how it's going and all that kind of thing.
Well, I actually last night when we did our predictions and stuff, I've gone 4-0 for Forest.
Mm,
I think you're just going to be too strong, mate. I think you're at home. City grounds, not an easy place to get a result away from home. Certainly not for Arsenal, anyway.
No, no.
So yeah, I just think you're going to be too strong for them, mate. And
Well, we ain't lost in 18 league games at home.
there you go.
So I mean that says a lot, doesn't it? So we've got that being a fortress again, which is absolutely amazing. I can't see anything other than a win tomorrow, but I might end up eating my words on that. But
No,
I just
you're
can't.
going to win.
I just can't see them beating us. To be honest, at our place, not when they can't score at their own place.
Well, that was the point I was just going to come on to now.
Mm.
You look at how they're doing in the league. They're struggling. I mean, right, fair play. They were unlucky, weren't they? They were unlucky against Spurs.
Mm.
Let's be fair. But that just shows that they have their frailties in their defence. And I just don't think they've got the quality, mate. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, that's what I couldn't understand with Spurs, because I mean, yeah, they're saying that they had all the chances and stuff like that, and they had all the possession and all this, that, and the other.
Mm.
That don't win games. It's not like boxing; it don't go to points. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be putting the ball in the back of the net, and if you're looking at staying at the top of the league, which I don't think you will, but you're looking at doing that, then you've got to start beating these teams, and you've got to start putting the ball in the net. There's no other excuse, really. Carl Rossi says, now that Yeti has released my dog from captivity, my real prediction is Luton 2-1. Yeah, mate. Yeah. And here's You Never Walk Alone. How you doing, mate? Hope everything's good with you. And yeah, and now we're going to go on to basically, how you doing, Mama Flossie? We're going to go on to like your season so far. So we'll start with you for Arsenal. What do you think to your season so far?
Well, I can't complain too much. There's been some madness, isn't there, from Arteta with some of his stupid lineups he started with at the start of the season. That put us under pressure straight away, to my mind. All right, we haven't lost in the league yet, but I still have my concerns that he's going to try and do stupid nonsense. I mean, the fact is, Yeti, we went through all pre-season with a pretty standard team lineup.
Yeah.
Right? Only game we lost was to Man United when we were out in America. Yeah. And then starts the season and puts Partey at right back.
Yeah, it's crazy, wasn't it?
You do that in pre-season friendlies. You don't try that at your first game of the season. I mean, all right, we got away with it. Very luckily got away with it. But then you have to question the tactics that he sometimes comes up with. So I don't know. I mean, we got caught out against Long in the Champions League. That was a terrible, terrible game. Absolute rubbish. And if he starts doing that nonsense again, then we're not going to get out our group, which, to be fair, it's one of the easier groups, in my opinion. In my opinion. But I have concerns. I do have concerns. His continual faith in Nketiah, who's not levels. He's just not good enough for Arsenal. He couldn't get in the Leeds team when they were in the Championship. So what does that tell you? That tells me he ain't good enough. So yeah, I can't complain too much because we're second. Well, joint points wise with Spurs. So, but we're second in the league. And this weekend we are away to Chelsea. I mean, I see everybody's gassing it up. Yeah, we've done well at Chelsea in recent seasons.
Yeah.
But they're going to be up for it. You know that it's a London derby. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
Well, I mean, I said yesterday like 2-2, but I think it'll be quite comfortable for you, to be honest. Because whenever you play Chelsea, it's always like it could be a bit of a game or whatever like that. But I do still think that you will win it. To be honest.
Well, since they've lost the one player who always used to love scoring against Arsenal, Hazard, since he's
Mm,
we're a different class against them. But the fact remains, it's not a game you can take lightly at all. Chelsea, they're not playing well at the moment. They've got a lot of players out. Reece James, their captain's out. A lot of other quality players. So, but you can't sit back and say, well, they're a weakened team. They've got good depth in their squad. They're going to
yeah.
put performance, and I just hope, that we don't go with stupid lineups. I said it was last night, it was the night before. I don't want him to start Havertz. What he
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
what he did against Man City was he brought him on for the last 15 and he put in a decent shift. Fair play, respect.
Mm,
So I don't want him starting. Um, I think the Chelsea fans will be on his back. That'll put more pressure on him. He's not greatly loved at Chelsea by any shape or form.
mm,
Um, all the Chelsea people I speak to, they're just like glad to offload him, to be fair. So
yeah.
go out with the starting lineup that we had against Man City, and I think we'll take Chelsea apart personally.
Is Saka back or
Possibly, apparently he wants to start,
right?
according to Arteta. So apparently he is
So
available.
Arteta wants him to start then.
Well, obviously, uh, whether he'll start or be on the bench, I don't know. I'd rather he was on the bench, come on
Mm,
for 20, 25 minutes second half. I never personally, my view is when you've had a player out. I know he's had a couple of weeks off with the international break and everything like that, but
yeah.
I personally would think, we need to start him? No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't. We can bring him on and give him 20 minutes or so and see what happens there. But no, we don't need to start him. I'll go with the starting lineup we had against City.
Yeah, yeah. You'll never walk alone, mate. I can't react to something when I'm actually on a stream reacting to the person that I'm actually talking to. It's kind of rude, so I won't be doing that, unfortunately. I'll probably look at it afterwards or whatever. Drop the link on my, I don't know, on my Instagram or whatever, same name, and I'll have a look at it afterwards. Don't keep advertising your own stuff in my streams, mate, because that will seriously piss me off, and nobody wants that. So basically, so your start so far. I mean, I think the tinkering's been crazy, mate. To be quite honest with you, it just makes no sense. You had a working machine, and then he just started to do. I mean, fair enough. You wasn't playing like the bigger sides and all that lot, so I understand it in that respect. But it don't make any sense to me because I mean, you've got where you've got now by actually, um, by doing that. Really, I mean, so he has done it at the right times, I suppose. I suppose that's the only sort of thing you can give him. But why make Party a right back? I still don't get it. To be honest, I don't get it at all.
I was told, I've got no factual evidence of this. I was told that he has played there in the past, not for Arsenal, but either for his country or for a previous team. I've been told that, but to me, he's probably one of our probably at the moment I would say our best midfielder, and you stick him at right back. I mean, I just don't understand that at all. I just don't get it. It doesn't make
No.
sense. You've got a perfectly good right back in Ben White. So utilize him, and with Partey on that right wing, in midfield, right midfielder, and White, they have a great interaction. They work well together. So why break up a partnership, right? that actually works for you. And the fact Partey and White working with if Saka is playing, they work very well down that right flank. So keep to it.
You never walk alone. Bye, mate. Not a problem. Quality over quantity, mate. So it's twice you've done it, twice you've been told. So do one, mate. Do one. See ya.
Well, we are.
And basically, my mods are the boss of what goes on, and if I see it, then I'll say something as well. If you don't like that, then I'm doing some merchandise called Long-Haired Yeti's tissues, so people can cry. So if you want to do that, then that's fine.
What was his
Take a
problem?
day off, mate, and leave. See ya.
What was his
So
problem?
that's that sorted out. But yeah, I mean,
You're the boss of the channel, man. You do what you want. It's your channel.
oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not. The guy's been told twice not to do it, so I mean, I'll go so far, and then I'll just say, get the hell out of here. You know. So you know what, mods? Do you want to get rid of him? Not having no little bitches causing shit on my channel. I'm the only one that will do that. But right, so let's crack on with what's going on this weekend. Your game, I think, is going to be interesting. Like you said, I think if you actually play the right defence and the right midfield, Partey and Rice have got to be in that midfield with Odegaard because that works. If you have Havertz in there again, then maybe Partey will be pushed to right back again, which is just ridiculous, isn't it?
I sincerely hope that Arteta's learned his lesson. It's proven. It proved in the games when we stopped doing that, we were a far better team. I mean, case in point, right? Man City. When we had Man City at home a couple of weeks back, with the right setup in defence, yeah. I mean, I'm still not convinced about this Zinchenko going inverted bullshit, but there we are.
Yeah.
It you get away with it, but at times we have been exposed. Cost us last season, cost us the title
And he'll be up against Sterling as well.
Yeah. So, if you have the right midfield, we proved it against Man City. Saliba basically just put Haaland in his back pocket. That's the second time he's done that. Fair play to him for that respect. But the fact of the matter is, Chelsea haven't been playing well, and they're going to be up for it. Of course they are. They've got a point to prove. And so I'm not taking this lightly. It's going to be a battle. It always is. And I'd be quite happy to see Tomiyasu start tomorrow. I think he's done quite well when he's come on and replaced Zinchenko in the second half.
Yeah, that's what AFC always has said. They'd rather see Tomiyasu.
I totally agree with that, mate. AFC always. I totally agree with what you're telling me. But we know he'll go with Zinchenko because it's what he does. He's trying, we know Arteta is trying to beat Pep Guardiola. So who am I to argue about it? But the fact remains, mate, that we've got to go down to the bridge and we've got to be cautious, but we've got to be cautious, but we've got to start hard and fast. We took teams apart last season when we started fast and hard.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do. That 2-0 down. The only problem was, Yeti, we never killed them off. Did it at Liverpool, we could have killed that game. But 2-0 up, and then, dare I say it, Xhaka did its Xhaka stuff, got the crowd back up when they were silenced, and it cost us. And we can't afford to do that, mate. So
no.
We've got to go hard and fast, get on top of Chelsea, get that early goal, and pop them on the back foot, and then press them. It's the only way.
Mm. Well done, mods. By the way, big respect to you guys. It'll take it for so long, and then it's done. I mean, is he an actual child or something? Because reading what Upper Tier and Warren encouraged me to promote my channel just shows what type of person you are. You can promote your channel, but you don't do it in other people's channels. It's an absolute streaming no-no. And you don't ask me to do something while I'm actually streaming. Oh, go and check this out, go and check that out. Yeah, that's really respectful to the person I've got on as a guest, isn't it? Grow a bloody brain for God's sake. Do it. I like people. Subscribe and sub to Arsenal History and more. Yeah, but definitely make sure you sub to Arsenal History and more. Right, on to the next part. Well, we're just going to go further up the pitch, really. And Nketiah, mate, is he going to start? Do you think? I mean, I think Havertz should start there, to be honest.
I'll tell you my front three.
Hey up, Stephen.
My front three, I'd go Trossard, Jesus, and no, let me change that. I'd go Trossard, Havertz, Jesus. And I did come up with another one, which I can't remember. Hang on. I was looking at this yesterday, the other day. Hang on. If Saka starts, which we're pretty certain, aren't we? Arteta will. It's his star boy.
Yeah, he's going to start him, and what he should do probably is bring him on at half time or something like that. But
I'd rather that personally. I'd rather have. Look, let's just. I don't know if this is the right time, but will I not go with Trossard, Havertz, Jesus?
I wouldn't go Trossard, to be honest. I'd go more what AFC always has just said. Starting 11 would be Raya, White, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Saliba, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, Saka.
Martinelli's out though, isn't he?
Oh, is he back out?
I don't think he's fit enough.
Oh, right, okay.
He did his hamstring, didn't he?
But he come on to play for City. Has he done it again?
I don't think he's that fit though, is he? I don't think he would start.
Yeah, possibly.
I know he came.
Trossard's just not pulled up any trees, has he? When he's got his chance, which everyone's been asking for, and he's just not taking advantage of that chance at all.
I kind of agree with that, and I kind of don't. I think he's a very creative player. But I have to say, in the last couple of appearances, he hasn't been all that.
No, you can't afford to do that with Arteta. Not when you're not one of his favourites.
Well, it's the player he wanted, and yes, he's got some great performances. But I have to say, he hasn't been great in the last couple of games. I will agree with you at that point.
Yeah.
But he is very creative. I like that about him.
Yeah.
If Martinelli is up and fit enough after that run out against City, then good, start him. Because I really rate Martinelli.
Oh, he was different class when he came on against City. I mean, he actually, made the game interesting, to be fair, because he was just, you could see he just didn't want to leave that day without actually making a difference in that game. And then eventually he manages to make that difference. And, and he's a cracking goal. Well, I mean, I'd say it was a cracking goal. It's a shot. I mean, I don't know why more players don't shoot from outside the area, because you've always got that chance of it. If it hits a defender, not many goalies are going to save it unless they've got really good. If you smack it one and it hits a defender, the chances are a goalkeeper is not going to be able to get back, positionally to get that shot. So it's more or less a given. So I don't understand why more teams don't do that, to be honest. Well, what do you think on that? I think it's mad.
Absolutely. I remember the days when a lot of goals were scored from outside the box. I think one of the problems, which is still underlying fact at Arsenal, it was the fact that when we used to play the ticky-tacky sort of football, which we
Yeah.
had the players to do it back in the time. We haven't got those players now.
No.
And we were able to literally outpass any team on the park and just walk it in the net. Not possible now. Haven't got that. So we've scored some great goals. I mean, Odegaard, all of his goals predominantly, I would say, it was being scored from outside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, I mean, he does shoot, though. I mean, he does have a go. Saka will have a go. Jesus will have a go. So you have got quite a lot of players who will actually, give it a go, to be honest. I mean, like Cole says, the problem is with Trossard is he's horrifically mismanaged, yeah. If he's on form, he's benched. But that is spot on. When he was on form, he just got benched. And that is, that's got to really kick a player in the teeth when that happens.
No, absolutely. That's the Arteta way, man. He's done it with way too many players. Score a goal or have a great game, and then you're benched.
Yeah.
I thought if you played well, you actually praised the player by starting him again.
Well, yeah, I would think so. That's how it used to work.
Well, if you got a player playing well, you play them, don't you?
Exactly. You play the players that are playing at their best at that point in time. Which is why Havertz is on is beyond me. But I mean, the only thing I would say with Havertz, because I mean he's going to put him on. Let's face it. And like I said before, keep your midfield and your defence the same way as it is, and then just put Havertz up top. That's the only way I can see where he fits in, to be honest.
Well, I'll go back to the interesting point. Just before the start of the season, Arteta made the statement, I quote, "I don't know where to play him." So why do you buy a player? Why do you spend £65 million on a player and you don't know where to play him?
I'll be honest with you, Jez. If I was the owner and the person I'd employed as a manager said something like that when I've just spent 65 million for a player, you'd be out the door, mate. You'd be gone. I mean, that is the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. I paid 65 million for this player, but I have no idea what to do with him. I mean, what kind of manager says that? I mean, it just shows how much of a safety net this guy's got to be able to say something like that. Because most owners, if he said something like that, it'd be like, "Oh, okay, what did I employ you for then?"
Exactly. And this is the concern I have, and I've discussed this with various other people. Has he got that much of a safety net from the directors at Arsenal? I'm not talking about the Cronkies here. I'm talking about the board of directors, Edu, and all that lot, right? I know Edu's not on the board of directors, but you know what I'm saying. If we get binned out of the Champions League that everybody's been gassing it up for the last 3 years,
yeah, and still got no world-class players.
Exactly. And we end up in the Europa League, right? Yeah, if that to me is failure. You've wanted to get back into the Champions League and attract these world-class players. As you say, we haven't attracted one.
No.
And I put that down to a lot of players want to play not only for a club, they want to play for a manager that's got the experience and the ability to take the club forward. And I don't believe that is the case. I'm sorry, with Arteta, but there we are. So if he gets binned, then if we get kicked out of the Champions League, he needs to go.
Yeah,
no question, man. You spent
100%.
all that money, nearly £700 million, right?
100%.
You still can't win the Premier League or the Champions League at the first time of asking. Yet there's people out there that are saying, yeah, but we can't expect to win the Champions League first time back in. Then why the effing hell are we in it?
Mm.
Why? Why not? Why just say, well, we're not, well, we won't bother then.
That's what he just say. It makes no sense, mate. At the end of the day, I mean, you've got. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I think we pull in better players than you guys do.
I wouldn't disagree with you. I wouldn't disagree with you. I mean, our transfer window started very well.
Yeah.
I thought, personally, we're really going for it here. And then all of a sudden it just dried up.
Yeah. Well, like AFC always says, Nketiah gets more time than Trossard. It's crazy. That's 100% correct. I mean, I don't know what that guy does. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what. I find him a very odd working player. I find him getting in people's faces and all that kind of stuff. But my biggest issue with Arteta and Nketiah is the fact of I've noticed so many times where there's a ball on and he's not making a run and he's not like, I mean, he's not doing the right things at all. I mean, when Odegaard was going through and he gets in his way and tackles him, I mean, surely he should have been backing off and taking the defenders away or whatever, in getting in a position where he could take a pass and get a goal, not running straight at Odegaard, who's got the ball.
I actually thought his job as a
Bonkers.
striker was to score goals.
Mm. Well, yeah, of course it is. 100%.
Position.
100%.
He tackled his own captain at he's in an offside position. Yeah, in their 18-yard box, he tackles Odegaard almost, damn near, which he did, right? And he's offside.
Yeah, but everybody can see, other than Arteta, that Odegaard ain't captain material. It's Rice. Rice is the one that's captain material, in my opinion. But Arteta just don't seem to be able to see it. It's absolutely insane, as Cole says about spending 65 million and then saying with Chest, I don't know what to do with him. I mean, that is just bizarre, man. That is. But going on to Forest season so far, I'm happy. I'm happy with what we're doing. We're ninth in the table at the moment. Let me just check it. I can't even read that. Oh no.
Yeah, 13th.
Yeah, we're 13th. Sorry, not 9th. We've got 9 points. I knew there was a 9 in there somewhere. But yes, I mean, we're playing Luton, who are on 4 points. It's going to be massive for them to actually get a win tomorrow. I can't see it, to be quite honest with you. I really don't see it. But you don't know. Football's a weird thing, and it's all right. I mean, it's all right looking at. I mean, the last time they beat us at our place was over 14 games ago, and that was in what was it? That was in 1983, and Ricky Hall scored the only goal. So I just can't see it. I don't like to disrespect any other teams or anything like that, but I just don't think they've got what it takes to actually come to our ground and take us on. I think it'll be a tough game. I think they'll be about us big style because that's what they do. I think there'll be a fair amount of cards in the game as well. But I think with what we've got at the moment, Sangari, Dominguez, and if Dominguez scores tomorrow, then he's on the same record as Collymore when we signed him, 2 goals in 2 games. So can't really fault that, can you? And and he looks class. Some of the players we bought in just look good. I mean, that Murillo, I mean, that run through against Palace was quality, mate.
I just think you're too strong for him, mate.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, he made some great signings in the summer.
Yeah.
Fair play. Luton, I totally agree. I get where you're coming from. I don't like dissing any other team because Luton, quirky little place, quirky little club, but I just don't think they've got enough in them to take a result at the Forest. at Nottingham.
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
I'm the same mind as what people were saying to me last season, where they'd. I mean, I always found it hilarious because every team said, I really hope you stay up, but you're not beating us. You're not going to beat us. And I'm like, well, if you all keep saying that and we don't beat any of you, then we're not going to stay up, are we? So, I mean, that makes no sense whatsoever. But like AFC always says here, um, is there a possibility we could get into the Europe League if we finish bottom of our Champions League group?
yeah.
There is also a possibility. Yeah. I mean, you should get through that. I mean, come on. I mean, I wouldn't diss any of the teams. I mean, they're all in there for a reason. So you can't really. I'd never agree with going into any game and just thinking you're going to batter somebody. I know Steve Cooper won't be saying this is only Luton, so just go out there and beat them and show them that they don't belong. Wait a minute, why can't I get this? Wait a minute. Yeah, so I mean, Colt says 100% spot on Jez to be a major trophy this season. Either Premier League or Champions League has to be won and a decent run in the Cups. Absolutely. And if not, get in the bin. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, back onto us because I keep going back onto Arsenal. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm worried about really is striker. If he plays Divock Origi up front, then hopefully he can start getting himself going. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White. I mean, we've got quite a scary front line, to be fair, if we can just get it together and start working it, which we was doing against Palace. One of the best games I've seen as I've so far. Big up to Dal as well, just seeing you, man. Trying to get this chat, it's like really small. That's probably one of my only issues with this, to be honest. Actually, you can actually put it on the screen. Oh well, it don't work, but I mean you can. But it must be part of if you pay for it, I suppose. But yeah, looking at the chat, big up to everybody who's in here. Smash a like, subscribe, or whatever. Don't like saying it a lot, but might as well say it as everybody else does. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the game as always, anyway, because I'm a Forest fan. The atmosphere is going to be electric, as it always is, because that's what we do. And yeah, I can't see anything other than 3 points, to be honest. As for the signings, I think we made some cracking signings. We left it late. But we made some absolute cracking signings, to be fair. The one I wanted was Sangari, and we got him. And he's starting to really look the part now as well. So hopefully that's going to be something as well. So yeah, but I mean, on to
Are you doing a
let's
watch
have a.
for
What
it?
about looking at the table? Arsenal and Spurs on exactly the same points, first and second. Talk to me about that because that is interesting.
Well, yeah, I was actually looking at that, and I thought, hang about, if we're level on everything, which we're not. The reason that I was going to question alphabetically, Arsenal should be one,
Red Bull.
but it's because they've scored more goals.
Mm.
That's why. But I was trying to find out the last time this situation has been around between Spurs and Arsenal, and I can't find it, to be honest.
Wolf.
So I don't know
In your background, mate, Wolf is.
if this is it's the 79 Cup final, man. So I don't know. I think it's quite unique in the fact of the two big rivals, well, North London rivals, are in this position. It's going to be very, very interesting because Monday night Spurs have got Fulham at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that, and I mean, if we lose against Chelsea tomorrow, bad news. That's going to spur on Spurs even more. That's good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Spur on Spurs. That's class.
Definitely.
On the Spurs, yeah, it's like that. But it's going to be, and it's. I tell you what, this weekend's going to be very interesting. We've got the Merseyside derby,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Brentford going to be looking for a win against Burnley.
definitely.
Bournemouth Wolves. That's going to be an interesting game.
Mm.
Yeah. Man City Brighton. That's an interesting game.
It's quite intriguing, isn't it, that one? But I think Brighton tend to freeze against City from what I've seen. But that's like in the past. Whether that happens tomorrow, I don't know. I think City's going to be a different beast tomorrow, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, you're right, Stephen. So Sangari is a beast, absolute beast. But I do think that Man City Brighton one's going to be. I think it's going to be a sorry one for Brighton, to be honest. Liverpool Everton, always a good game,
Yeah.
always interesting to watch. Still think Liverpool will win, even though you never walk alone's a fan of them. But something about it, Liverpool fans that get on my nerves. They're so entitled. Oh, I've got to put my link in. Oh, I've got to do this on your channel. No, yeah. What you've got to do is fuck off
Mm.
and not be a prick. Otherwise, you get taken out. So and you can go and cry to anybody you want. I don't care. I'll supply the tissues if you want, if that's what you need. But yes, I mean you're always going to get those kind of people in here. But he was told last time, so why come in and do it again? I mean, I understand. I mean, somebody's telling him to promote his channel. Fair enough. But you don't do it in other people's streams.
No. There are certain rules. I've fallen out with people. Not fallen out, but I've called people out on it when they come in onto your channel or they've done it on my channel, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm going." You're doing a show with people, and "Oh, I'm going live at 7:30."
Mm.
That is the one that really winds me up because
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree.
I'm thinking that's just disrespectful and rude.
Yeah.
You know me very well now. I always promote people's channels. If I see a YouTuber in here,
Yeah.
like Wolfang, I'll say, "Oh, go and subscribe to him. Nice guy."
Yeah,
Go and watch his
definitely. Wolfang Division. Make sure you supply, and make sure you subscribe to him. Supply.
That's the way it works. You don't need to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going live at 7:30. Come across and join me."
Yeah, that if they say that, that is out of order. If you're just about to finish as well. I mean, if you're just about to finish, I suppose it's all right.
That's right if you're
I
going to
don't know.
finish. But if you let's say you've gone live at 6 o'clock tonight, which you did 6:30. I beg your pardon, right?
Mm.
And you get that "You'll Never Walk Alone" comes in and says, "Oh, I'm going live at 7:15."
Yeah.
That is the ultimate disrespect.
Of course it is.
Because "Oh, I'm going live at 7 o'clock. Sorry, quarter to seven. Come along and join me." I mean, I'm
Mm.
not going to mention the names, but there's one fellow that's done that twice in my stream, and I took him apart for it because I thought, so rude,
Mm.
so rude.
Yeah,
And
it's streamer etiquette. But if other people are saying to him, promote your stream everywhere and all this, that, and the other, maybe they should have been a little bit more. But don't do it this way and don't do it that way. Now, some people don't mind it. Some people are all right with you putting your link in the stream and saying you're going live in a bit. Fair enough. Some people don't mind it, but some people find it really rude and they don't do it themselves.
mm,
I never do it. I'd never do anything like that on anybody, and it's just an etiquette thing, and you just got to learn from that. And to be honest, he shouldn't be being told to just do it left, right, and centre everywhere anyway. That's down to the people that's telling him because he's probably a young kid anyway.
I
So
don't
he's,
know.
if they say to do that, then he's going to do it, isn't he? So it's probably in a lot of ways it's not his fault. I just didn't like the way he reacted to it, and you react like that, you get your ass kicked out, and that's it.
I got
I
the
ain't got time
impression
for
he
that.
might be a youngster because of the comments he was putting in
Big up DJ Crane. How you
after
doing, man?
the event. Big up DJ. You can usually interpret the age of somebody roughly by their comment, their reaction comment. Most adults, if you said to them, I'm not, well, this is maybe a crazy comment, but most 99% of adults, if you said, don't do that on my channel, mate, please, they would say, sorry, won't do it again. Right. But if you get somebody that's maybe younger, who's a bit arrogant, thinks
Yeah,
they know it
sort
all,
of mathing back.
then that's what they'll do. But they lose out in the end because they get blocked, and that's the end of them. Uh,
Mm.
it's sad, really. But yeah, people who allow or suggest that to be promoted on other people's channels, no, you don't do that.
No, you don't. You don't. I mean, like Cole says, yeah, twice he's done it. I told him again politely, and the prick calls me a hater for telling him to stop. 5-year-old behaviour.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's exactly what it is. He's not about hating on anybody or anything like that. It's just a respect thing. You know what I mean? It's just that's all it is. Basically, it's a respect thing. And if you don't have respect, then I don't want you in here. I don't care. I don't care for how many of this or how many of that. I just don't want you here. End of story. Because you're only going to get on my bad side, and like I said, nobody wants that. So it's just not a good idea. And the mods will sort it out anyway.
Mm.
So you got no chance. I mean, someone said a minute ago, Aston Villa West Ham game. I think that one's going to be the game of the season, game of the weekend. To be honest.
Yeah, I've gone 1-1 with that one, to be honest.
Hmm.
I
What
think
did I say? I can't remember. What did I say?
you
I
you
said that Villa will win it, didn't I?
you
3-2, I think I said. Or did I say 4-3?
4-3. You said,
Said
yeah. I think you
4-3, didn't I? Yeah.
smoking something last night. I don't know.
Yeah.
um, yeah. You said 4-3, and Steve-O said 2-1.
Big up Anthony.
Yes, Steve said 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 West Ham. I went
Anthony's saying Forest 2, Luton 5. Mods, ban him, get him out. I'm only messing around. But
yeah.
yeah, he's saying Luton are going to win 5-2. I don't think they could score 5 goals if they was playing for the whole week. Never mind just the weekend, just the 90 minutes, to be honest. But I mean, they could all of a sudden get it together. You never know, but I can't see anyone doing that with us, to be honest with you. Not unless it's like a City, because when City come to City ground, that is going to be peak. That game is because they was not happy about that draw that they got. They was not happy about the songs about European champions. You'll never sing that and all this, that, and the other. They was that unhappy about it. Holland even mentioned it when they won the Champions League. So
Well,
it got in their crawl that much. He even mentioned it.
I'm not even going to talk about that.
So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, fair play to them and that. I mean, I still don't know how we managed to get a 1-1 draw because it was absolutely smashing us all over the park. But, that's how football is. Sometimes, like with Tottenham Luton, Luton could easily have equalised. I mean, that was such a nailed on goal for Adebayo or whatever his name was. And it could easily have equalised. And then they would have gone, oh, well, that weren't fair or whatever like that. But it is because you had like God knows how many shots, and you're not title winners if you can't, take out Luton bigger than 1-0
Mm.
when you've got that many chances. I'm sorry, but there's something not quite clicking there, I'm afraid. In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. They're cannon fodder. So
Mm.
is Sheffield United, I'm afraid. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to give you a prediction of the teams going down,
Yeah.
I'm going Sheffield United, bang on, Luton Town, and possibly Everton, which would be a great shame because Everton got the second longest run in top flight football outside of Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think the last time Everton were relegated was 54, 55 season, I think. Every other top flight team has been relegated at some point or other in between those times. So, yeah, that's my 3 to go down, sadly, for Everton. And thing is, I've got a sort of warm feeling for Everton.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've always liked Everton anyway because I used to watch all the FA Cup games between them and Liverpool. It's probably why I don't like Liverpool, although there is other reasons as well. You know, it's not my fault and all that crap.
Yeah,
but that's you know, that's just something that you see. The thing is, right, is I know people that was there, yeah. And no, it wasn't. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't Liverpool's fault what happened. It 100% wasn't. What was their fault is what happened afterwards, and that was people running out of there and taking wallets and shit like that off dead bodies. That was their fault.
I remember I was I think it was Arsenal Middlesbrough, Arsenal Sunderland, something like that. And the news was filtering through at half time. That was back in. Do you remember back in the day? Do you remember people used to take transistor radios to games?
Yeah. Listening to I think when we went down to League One. Well, on the final game, I can't remember who we were playing. Was it Doncaster or something like that? On the final game for us to get promoted, the game weren't going great. And all of a sudden, we all just started cheering and everything because someone had a radio and had heard that the other team had scored, which meant that we was going up. That was absolutely amazing, that was. And that's from League One. League One weren't easy, I'll tell you that now. We took 2 or 3 seasons to get out of there. So, I mean, Derby now are in, is it League 2? League 1 or League 2? So, I mean, they're going to struggle because I tell you what, as much as you don't realise, because you don't see them a lot of these teams in the lesser divisions, when you get stuck in there, mate, it is not easy to get out. There's a lot. I mean, I can remember Blackpool's played you off the park. They were just so good. And it was frightening because whenever you go down, you just think, oh, you know, we'll just come straight back up. So it's no worries. I mean, we fought that for 23 years being in the Championship, and that's how long it pretty much took. And, you know, we got so close so many times. We got in that playoff final where Dawson got sent off and we didn't have him for the Sheffield United, I think it was. And we lost that playoff. I was in Portugal at the time. I was absolutely devastated. I thought we was going up then. And then after that, we've just had so many people in charge and owners, like mentioning no names for us, that was absolutely clueless. You know, I mean, I could see through him straight away. And I said it straight away, and I got kicked out of so many Forest groups because I was being negative and all this, that, and the other. And I was like, you know what? If you take over a club and start going, oh, yeah, I remember all the Clough years. Same as when players sign and they go, oh, I've always wanted to play for Forest. Well, what you been playing for somebody else for God knows how long for then? I just can't be doing with that waffle. You know, when players waffle when they get signed, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Show me what you can do on the pitch. I'm not interested in your bloody waffle, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's a very fair point, mate. Very fair point. But I was going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say.
Hey, we're professionals. We're all professionals here.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
I think you were going to say, Yeti, you are the greatest streamer I've ever been on with. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, mate, goes without saying. It doesn't need to be said. Yeah, it doesn't need to be. We're actually quite lucky that there's some great games this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Liverpool Everton at 12:30 on tomorrow.
Yeah. Not 10 a.m.
Probably watch that. Are you doing a watch along for your Forest Luton?
Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely be doing the watch. I love the watch alongs, man. I love them. You know, there's so much fun, and you know, I have so much fun. Get a few people on and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll definitely be doing a watch along. Probably on here actually, if I can. I don't know because I don't know how much time you actually get on here. I've looked. I can't find anything that tells me sort of how much free time you get. But I might actually buy this to be honest.
Yeah, I saw when I first logged in, it said about uh month. There's three different levels, isn't there, of what you pay to what you get.
Mm.
There's like a professional one where you get unlimited hours and all that, like StreamYard. Um, but this is almost so similar to StreamYard. To
Yeah, yeah.
be
It's
fair,
correct there. Forest fans do hate Liverpool big time. Because and one of the main reasons is there's a few reasons actually, but one of the main reasons is when that thing happened at Hillsborough, we Cloughie was getting all the team ready to leave because he was like, you know, we're not going to play this today and this that and the other. But Liverpool was like insistent on the game being played, which I thought was really out of order, to be honest.
well, if you're doing a watch along, I'll try and watch it along, mate. I can't try and join. Um, I've got.
You should be able to get on if I'm on here. Should be able to get on. I could get
The
you
only
on the
problem I've got
Streamlabs one as well.
is it'll be on Bing Sport, won't it?
Yeah,
I,
it should be. Yeah,
I have
well,
got.
it better be.
I have to, Bing Sport. I have to watch on here. So yeah, I don't know. I have to try and work it out. I have to try and work that one out. Because then 5:30, obviously, I'll be watching the Arsenal game, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Watching that,
Yeah,
but yeah, leave it with me. I'll try and sort it.
yeah.
If you're doing a watch along, because the
Hmm.
last one we did was absolute giggles. That was
Oh,
so.
it was awesome, man. Yeah, it was brilliant.
That was
Well,
really.
I'll try. I mean, I don't know how many people I can have on here, to be honest. So I'll probably have to try that as well. See how that goes. Yeah, Ian Jez needs to be a regular show, man. Yeah, I'd love that. I love chatting to Jez. We chat offline and
That's it.
online, so we know each other quite well nowadays. To be honest, um, Stephen says we don't hate Liverpool, just annoying paying little shits a tenner to watch my car. Well, yeah, I mean, well, it'd be on bricks, wouldn't it? Really, so you know you have to be careful around there. I mean, how you doing, Javinio? You all right, mate? But yeah, I mean, I try not to hate anything, to be quite honest with you. But at the end of the day, they do get on my nerves. To be quite honest with you, they always do, and you know, and I can't, don't want to do any streams with them because it will just be a demolition. Can't
Good
stand
question
them.
there from Anthony. Question, Jez, you need to sort out your fancy football team in TJ's league. Mate, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing. So, yeah, I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. Um, I'm not very up and doing that sort of crap, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm a bit of a technophobe on that sort of stuff.
I'll help you out, mate, if I can. I know my stuff with that kind of thing, so I can help you out if you want. Can't wait to see how Ogben play tomorrow. He's absolute class, yeah. He will have your fullbacks on strings. Yeah, he is. You missed it, but I said before, um, when I played Football Manager, I always signed Chiedozie Ogben, and he was always absolute class. So yeah, I know it's only a game, but to see him play, it's quite interesting, and he is playing really well as well. You know what I mean? What's Carl Rossi saying here? Hold up. My dumb fuck thick as pig shit ass booked a comedy show for the day for the
Uh,
family tomorrow evening. Gonna
gonna miss
miss the
the game.
game. Who you going to see? Comedy. I can't get out of it.
Oh man, naughty.
Naughty, naughty boy.
Go
You're a
sit.
flip flop. You're a flip flop, mate.
Feign illness. You're ill. You're sick.
Carl Rossi and Jaminio, bunch of flip flops. You got Carl Rossi not booking shows instead of watching the Arsenal, and then you've got Jaminio rating Declan Rice. I mean, you know, I never thought I'd see the day, but they are actually flip flops, aren't they, Jez?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But hey, Jez, shout your stuff out, mate. Going to end it here. We've gone over an hour here. Thanks for being on again as well. I always appreciate it. I always appreciate when you have me on your channel as well, because I enjoyed that show last night with Stevie and yourself. So yeah, shout yourself out, man.
I think it works well. So yeah, I think we'll have a chat about making it a regular show.
Yeah.
Awesome. Question: 1 week on here, 1 week on mine. Switch it about, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good interaction. You know, we bounce off each other, I think, quite nicely. So let's do that. Yeah, okay. It's Arsenal, the history and more, and all about the Arsenal and other rubbish that comes along with it. And yeah, that's what it is, people. And thank you, mate, for having me on. You really enjoyed it.
No worries, man. No worries, mate. Anytime. I'm so behind on this chat. It's unbelievable. I normally keep up with it, but I got so behind. So I apologise to the chat for that, because I'm just trying to get through everything. But thanks everyone for being here. It's always a pleasure to stream for you guys and just have a general chat. And it's always a pleasure to be on with Jez as well. Might get Strasbourg Steve on at some point. Get Wolf on again. If I can do it on here, I don't know if I can, but maybe try and get 3 or 4 on tomorrow on the watch along, and do what we did last time and just have a bit of a laugh. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have to leave because you got the game at 5:30, so it's not going to be going on too long. It go on for the 90 minutes of the game, and then we'll see how we go from there. The up the mags from Mama Flossie, absolutely. And everybody, make sure you follow Arsenal history and more, and make sure you follow Wolfgang Division and Anthony Herbert, which is Football United. Make sure you follow him, and anybody else that's in the chat who's got a YouTube channel, make sure you follow them as well, because we are an awesome community. We're not like a lot of the other communities where we rip into each other and try and overdo each other and all that kind of stuff. We do it. Yeah, we have a lot of respect for each other. And also, if anybody has any issues, you know, that they want to talk about or anything like that, we're always around for that. If anybody's getting a bullying situation or anything like that, come and chat to us, because we'll always be there for you, and we'll always help you out as much as we can. Because without you guys, none of it happens. So yeah, big respect to everyone who's in the chat, and I think we'll call it there, matey. To be honest, take care, everybody, and Arteta out.